Hey, Mr. Positive Spoofer. Nice to see you, Spoofer. Remy. Oh boy, what a late night last night. I did a 4-hour live last night. I never do that. Um, but it was nice getting to know some of you guys, Spoofer, Chubby Cheeks, Star Wars Agent, all you guys. I really don't want to go grocery shop. I don't blame you. That's my worst thing to do is go grocery shopping. Not so much the grocery shopping, but putting stuff away when I get home. That and putting dishes away out of the dishwasher. Don't ask me why. I do not mind loading the dishwasher. I hate unloading it. I'm exhausted. I'm working. I'm sorry, Spoofer. I had no plans on going live last night. I was just so bored. And it just, it got kind of out of control. I'm kind of sorry that Chubby Cheeks wasn't up longer because I was really interested in what she had to say. I think she's very articulate. She really opened my eyes about a lot of things. Oh, there you are. There you are. I'm sorry that, I cut you short because I really did want to know the whole story, not just one side. But hi, Vanessa. How are you? It just gets cold in the store. Oh, I know. It's crazy how they crank their air conditioning down really, really low. It's raining here today, so no worries. All understandable. Seriously, I wouldn't have had him on my panel had it not been for Samara begging me to bring him up. But he didn't change my mind about anything. I had, my opinion about bullies. I think, and to be honest with you, I think Analyzer is a bully. I think they are all bullies over there. That her whole channel is geared towards bullying people, and I think, I think, well, to prove it, the title of her video last night was Chucky Bang Bang. And I don't know if anyone knows on here, but they used to call me Chucky, Chucky the doll. So even the title of her video last night or her live stream was to bully me. The only thing is she has no room to talk about looks, to fat shame people. She has no room to talk about anything really after what she did to this whole community, which is scam them by pretending to have cancer. So what she says, what she titles her live stream, them making fun of my avatar, them making fun of my age, them making fun of anything is nothing after what she's done. I didn't know that, Carla. I am so sorry to hear this. That's what I mean. Like, she tries to say she's not a bully. That's exactly what she is. She's a bully. And she tried to, by putting that title in, it's so generic that a lot of people don't know what she's doing. That I'm here to tell you, she put that title up to bully me, thinking I would shut me up. I'm sorry. You guys will never shut me up. That not Joan of Arc is not going to shut me up. That Richard Groyper is not going to shut me up. I have my own opinion. I have my own brain. I say what I want when I want. And if they don't like it, Under the Dome, yeah, she is sick. She is quite sick. Oh, I'm just talking about the title she put on her video. The title on her video her live stream last night was Chucky Bang Bang. To bully. So her saying that she's not a bully, she just proved that she is. She doesn't scare me. Hi, Rita's Juicy Life. How are you? I can't pretend to diagnose mental illness online, but the disturbance is rampant around town. Clancy, I agree. I agree. I agree. I can only talk about my mental illness, which is I'm bipolar. But even that, I would not use as an excuse to hurt people. And if I do hurt someone accidentally, and it's usually, if it is, and I've done it before, I've opened my mouth and said things that I shouldn't say, I would apologize for it. But there are certain people on here I'm never going to apologize to. Hi, Ralph. Thank you all for coming in. Let me see. Rita, Ralph, Samara. Samara, you missed voice chat this morning. I was getting misbehaving up to speed on what my 4-hour live last night. And trust me, people, I do not go live for 4 hours usually. But I'm just like, here she says, oh, I'm not a bully. And why would I believe anything that came out of someone's mouth that lied about having cancer? Like, there's no way I would believe anything she said. Hey, Adam, nice to see you. Yes, it's coffee time. Coffee time. I'm late because I was up late. I was up till almost 4 o'clock in the morning. Like, oh, that's not me. Hi, Kansas City. Thank you, Carla, for the kind words last night. I was at the game last night, so I didn't get to listen to it until this morning. Kansas City, you've been nothing but kind in my stream, so I'm not going to, I don't know what I said that was kind. I mean, I think I just was being human. But after what I saw, she named her stream. Like, all she is a bully. Like, why would you bully? And then stick up for a bully? Thing that is, she likes the attention. She likes the attention, yeah. Sometimes I can be human. Occasionally. To be honest with you, had it not been for Samara, I wouldn't have allowed Richard on my stream, because I really, some of the things that I've seen have been disgusting to me. Oh, same people. Analyzer. She named, Nini, you know what she named her stream, her live stream last night? Chucky Bang Bang. But she's not a bully. And you know what she does is, here's the thing. All my live streams are up and you can see them. And, it is what it is. And I can take the criticism and people saying stuff about me. But don't say you're not a bully when that's all you do. Your whole channel is to bully people. You just go live to bully people. It's simple, me and Bandit. Yeah. She hides her stuff. Yeah. When you hide your stuff, when you have to hide your stuff, then you must think in your mind that you're doing something that is disgusting. YouTube terms of service will kick her the F out if she gets caught saying that crap. She just, for some reason, like, she just enjoys hurting people. And after what she's done in this community, it's like, wow. Evelyn, you are welcome. They're doing the same thing to you that they have done to me for almost 3 years. It's disgusting. I really don't understand why you can't, like, long form her when she does like a whole stream about, because if she starts, I'll tell you this, and this is a promise, if she starts doing stuff to me, I will learn how to long form somebody, and I will long form her ass. If I have to record her whole stream and then turn it into YouTube. I will. For bullying. You have to do it yourself, though, you know. But supposedly she was like, I mean, things to, I don't understand. ADJ, racist, Richard. Yeah, I heard some of that stuff and it was just horrible. What's Simply E? Ninny? Ninny, I was live last night. Oh, I think you came in, actually. I think you came in. Bad photo, big mouth, chubby cheeks. That's really hard to tag. I thought you did. Maybe you didn't. I don't know. But it's very rare that I go live at night. And I went live last night for 4 hours. We call her Chubs for short. I was calling her Chubby Cheeks because I think it's cute. Because you know how you see babies and you're like, oh, they got the cutest little chubby cheeks. I love that. I'm good, sweetheart. How are you? Good morning, Angel. YouTube kind of, I think YouTube has dropped the ball on the bullying stuff. I really do. I wish they would get stricter about bullying on here, because then a lot of people would be taken down. Her channel especially. I mean, come on, Minnie. You remember all the stuff all the messed up stuff she did. And she's back. And she has this whole new group of people that think she's the greatest thing since sliced bread. I mean, exactly, Nanny. She does suck. But us OGs that have been around to have seen all the messed up stuff she did are not that easily, are not that easily. I don't think you were around, Mr. Positive. But yeah, she did a lot of stuff. She faked cancer, faked a miscarriage, faked her own freaking death, for God's sake. Like, who does that? Who does that? Somebody that's really, I don't know. She's a whole bitch. She sure is. I had to deal with the Judge Josephine, and I must say, keep my name until Judge released me. It was all in the name, and not directed to anyone. Hey, Ginger Locks. Ginger Locks, I ended up doing a 4-hour stream last night. Oh my God, so long. But yeah, she says she's not a bully, except she titles her live stream Chucky Bang Bang. So she's an asshole. She's an ass. Why are you giving Analyzer more time than she deserves? Because I feel like it. Because I want people to know what a piece of crap she is, for one thing. I was there. I fell asleep. Tiny Comedian, I know you were. You were there. Thank you for supporting me, by the way. Yeah, a lot of people that are coming into especially the new people that are coming into this community, don't know the crazy shit that she did. I am in the middle of watching you live when I came here. Prayers are with you, as always, and going to follow along with the shirt color. Yeah, me too. Green, guys. Friday night. Friday, all day, green. When Ginger Locks goes live. How does Richard think it's funny that he says I murdered my... Ooh, I did not know that. He was 17. He died of cancer. I would love to send you the video of my nephew on the news 2 weeks before he died. Oh, really? You can send it to me, Kansas City. I'll play it if you want me to. You touching me touching you. Well, at least I hope I'm not touching myself, Richard DeCarlo. What? Who's Goat Goddess? A lot of OGs here. I remember Tiny Comedian. I know. I like Tiny Comedian. I actually have her on Twitter, which I don't do Twitter a lot. I go on Twitter like once a month, maybe. Wear green on Fridays. This disease needs more attention. The disease that she's talking about is gastroparesis, and it's Gastroparesis Awareness Month. Oh, okay. Well, if you want to send it to me, I'll watch it. I won't share it. I will not share it. I have no idea who Groyper or Grouper is. Some guy from some other forum. Yeah, and that forum is disgusting. I went there and read some of the posts on there. They're pretty bad, pretty racist. Just a friendly observer, y'all. Were cracking me up last night. I have my own opinion about things, and nobody's gonna change my mind about what I think. I don't think I own a single green shirt, but I think I'll wear a pin for you. I'm all about raising awareness for good causes. I have actually a green t-shirt dress, so I'll wear that. How is it funny to LB and Howie when they paneled and said, I scammed the Make-A-Wish Foundation? That's not funny. I mean, we just got over a scammer in this community that scammed St. Jude's, which is probably like the same thing. So being accused of that would be horrendous. Yeah. Kansas City Lights, and I wanted to ask you this. Where do they get there? You need to completely distance yourself from those people. They bully. That's our whole channel is geared towards bullying people, putting out narratives that aren't true, false narratives, which is really... Somebody next to my friend's husband bought a plot and a tombstone, and they're not dead. Their names are even engraved. What's that? Hang on. Oops. Sorry. I only come back to defend myself. No other reason. I don't blame you. And you shouldn't have to. Actually, if someone, and I told him this last night, if he comes in here and tells me he has 5 kids, I'm not going to look him up to make sure he has 5 kids. I'm going to take his word for it. If you tell me you have a wife, I believe you have a wife. So they don't like people that go real life, except they're going real life. Say KCL, I agree with Carla and Analyzer laughs that you keep coming back to her. Oh, please. Why would anyone want to stalk her? She's nasty. I mean, she makes fun of people's looks. I mean, have you ever seen what she looks like? She makes fun of people's weight. Have you ever seen, she's not like a small person. And I've heard her. It was a faked cancer that I wasn't really a little person or disabled, and I had no problems because my parents take care of me, but I threatened to kill people, even called me a terrorist. Sick. I'm sorry, Tiny Comedian. I mean, I have never seen such bullying on here, like bullying nincompoops on here. Like, wow, people, stop. I just wouldn't have a tombstone up with my name on it if I wasn't dead yet. Just my thing. My husband tells me, if I pass away, I just want you to throw my body into the woods. Let the animals eat me. I'm like, yeah, that's not going to happen. That is not going to happen. I don't want to be cremated, though. That scares me. And I'll tell you why. I watched a movie where this woman was killing all these people, and she was killing like for an inheritance, and she was killing her brother. And one of the brothers she killed, like she knocked him out, and then she put him in a crematorium, and he woke up during the cremation. And I'm like, I don't think I ever want to be cremated, just in case I'm not really dead. Like, I know that sounds stupid, but yeah, that's me. I understand that completely, Nenny. Excuse me. What's Nenny saying? Nenny's funny as heck. Nenny, I never get your notifications ever. You're one of the channels too. I don't get notifications. Gingerlock's mom, who I have been friends with for 3 years, and I've been subbed to her forever. I never get notifications for her channel. If she doesn't tell me, I don't know. Did you see the video I posted titled Garth Brooks Concert? I did not. Is that where, wait, Kansas City, enlighten me, because I did see one with Garth Brooks where he hugged this woman that had cancer. She was in the audience and she held something about chemo. Was that the one? Because I was thinking about that yesterday. Hi, German lady. Good morning. Good morning. I'm late because I was live for 4 hours. That's not me. So I'm too old to be up that late. I'm too old. See, here's the thing with me and German lady used to have a problem. Now I love her. Like, I think she's amazing. So people can, like, I'm telling you on here, you can get past certain things, but there's certain things on here that I can't get past. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't see that. I don't pay attention to how many people, because really don't matter to me how many people are in here. Like, if there's but I'm just saying, like, German lady, I remember I went into a chat one time. I was going to get up on a panel and she was so mad at me. But here's the thing. I like her now. And slowly but surely it came around. I think she's very articulate. I think she's a classy lady. And I have no problem with her. I think she's I mean, I know she's taken a lot of crap on here, from me included. But here's the thing. Here's what makes me different from someone like Analyzer or Richard or whatever. I actually feel bad if I hurt somebody's feeling. Not worth to carry grudges around unless someone really does damage. Exactly, German lady. And to be honest with you, I actually like you. And I even liked you then. So I was walking up to the stadium and I showed my wife and I holding hands. I hold my queen's hands everywhere we go. I mentioned she had a much better tan. Those toxic people say she isn't black. Oh my gosh. Well, I remember you. I'm correct me if I'm wrong, Kansas City Lights. Did you not do a video with your wife talking about interracial marriage? Because I remember that. That's why I could say, I could stick up for you and say, yeah, no, he does have a wife. Why are you saying he doesn't have a wife when he did a video about interracial marriage? He actually interviewed his wife. It was like an interview thing. So, here's what people need to remember. Consider the source. Yeah, but sometimes you need to you need to stand up for what's right, Remy. Sometimes you need to just like put it out there, say what you think. I mean, if people don't want to be censored, then don't try and censor other people. Don't try and say that other people shouldn't speak up when they see something being done, that's bullying being done. Like, see something, say something is my motto. If I see something that I think is really messed up, I'm going to say something. And if you don't like it, oh, well, And I saw, from what I saw Kansas City Lights, who I have never had a problem with, all the times that he's come in my chat, being bullied. I don't care if he's short. I don't care if he is bald. I don't care if he's green with white polka dots. It is no reason to bully somebody. Otto took happy out of my sentence. Really? I get it, but that sucks. Is nothing, at least regarding YouTube, will be done? Oh, no. YouTube is useless as far as bullying goes. I gave up. That's why I have never, ever tried to report. I'll tell you what, there's certain people that I would strike on here, but yeah, it's very few and far between. I have never done it. Let's just put that out there. I have never struck anybody. No matter how much was said about me on a live stream or whatever, I have never struck anybody, ever. It's just too much work. You have to have the timestamp, and you have to have this, and you have to have this. It's just not worth it. I said Analyzer isn't happy. She's miserable and enjoys making other people miserable. It took the happy part out, and I hit send before I read my sentence and saw that happy was missing. Oh, okay. I just feel bad for the new people she sucks up, uses, and spits out. That's why it's up to people. And I'm glad that Pandora's Box Opening has a channel where they are, and I will, if someone's got their link in here, one of my mods have their link posted in here. You guys sub up to that channel, because it just, another thing to ask Richard is, when is he going to say the N word in real life to a black? I don't know. I just think it's just some of the things that were said in that stream, like, and then her giggling like a freaking hyena. Like, oh my God, she's just making me sick. I've been following them for a long while. Who's that, Nenny? Pandora? She's just a bully. Like, and she denies being a bully, but look at what her stream is titled from last night. I mean, she goes live like 7 times a day. Does she not take care of her kid? Does she not have a life? Or does she just like lay in bed like a bed slug and have her food delivered to her bed? Can you imagine what that smells like? Pandora's Box Opening, not Pandora's channel. No. I don't want her channel posted. I don't want to give her any subs. Although you guys probably know. No, Pandora's Box Opening. I think opening. It's just, I think it's just clips from some of her own lives, things that are messed up, things that she's said herself, people that she's bullied. Pandora's Box Opening, exactly. I just think, And I was kind of like irritated with, and to be honest with you, with Richard last night, when I talked about going in his chat room and being attacked by someone for no other reason than saying hello. And that was that not Joan of Arc. I want nothing to do with that person either. I think she's another bully. Carla, I go there and just chat. I don't get involved and don't have any issues. I did try to get KCL and Pandora to make a truce, but it didn't work out. No, because she enjoys the conflict. I mean, she just goes after people. That last video creeped me out. Which video is that, Ninny? My video? Yeah, well, there was someone in here that was very upset last night about she had lost her sister, who was a little person. And she was talking about how she missed her sister. And my heart just went out to her. I mean, if you know that you've hurt somebody, why can you not, instead of saying, well, how do you know it's true? Can you not just say, with the bloody sheets? Yeah. But she denied it last night. Like, she kept coming in my live, which was really irritating me because they didn't want her in here, for one thing. It was enough for me to allow Richard to come in here. But her, I did not want her in here. Hi, Shaz. Nice to see you. I'm off to take care of Ollie, my dog. Glad to be able to say hello to all my friends and my phone. Famous quote from Chasing. Peace out. Okay, bye. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Analyzers say names, depends on her mood and who is talking about her. When it's Pandora, she's madder than a wet. Well, somebody said she was screaming at them because she saw them in my chat. Like, weirdo, stop watching my chat. Like, if you don't like me, don't watch me. I certainly don't watch your chat. The only reason I know about anything to do with Analyzer is because people send me stuff, or they will tell me like messed up things or send me screenshots. But I certainly I don't give her a view because I just don't like her. Like, I'm OG. I was around when she did all that messed up stuff. She was yelling at me on her stream because I was in here. Loser. I roll. That's the thing is, like, if you have to yell at someone because of where they are, Army Brat, you ever consider just leaving her be? I understand she did a bad thing years ago, but she's still doing it. So goodbye. Show yourself to the door. And did she ever consider not naming her stream what she named it last night? Why don't you go to her and talk about all the messed up stuff she's done? So, goodbye. So much back and forth. I'll just go back to lurking everywhere. Take care, everyone. Bye, Mel. We try to leave her alone. She keeps dragging us, and we want to defend ourselves. Her whole channel is to bully. Yeah, I don't know who Army is. Probably not Joan of Arc. Yeah. Stop white knighting for scammers, FOD. Is that FOD? Wow. I don't know. There's been so much on here said about scammers. Like, Nenny, when you came in yesterday and said she set up a GoFundMe, why does she need a GoFundMe? Why doesn't she get up off her butt and go to work? Like, if you can be online and doing lives like 5 times a day, why can't you get a job? Yes, I probably shouldn't say that, but I did. I have no proof. Oh, you have no proof. Oh, okay. I heard that there was one up, but it's not. Someone took it down. I just the racism has got to stop. She needs to leave people alone. Why does she take it upon herself to like accuse people of, like, someone came in here last night and said she actually accused their husband of being bisexual. Like, why do these people that are coming in here and white knighting for her, why are they not telling her to stop? Why are they just telling me to stop? You know what I mean? Like, why is it just me? Why do I have to stop? I'm tired of being accused that I went real life and interfered in her divorce when it's a flat out lie. Her divorce happened because of the crap she pulled here on YouTube. She blamed you for her divorce. I thought her husband left her like years ago. I could be wrong about that. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong about that. But it played out. Everything in her life played out publicly because that's how she wanted it. She wanted the attention. She wanted the money. She did a GoFundMe trying to raise money so she could hire a lawyer to defend her against the bullies on YouTube. She's the biggest bully on here. Oh my gosh. Just go see what she named her stream from last night. What she named it. She was bullying me. Not that it matters, because too many people know the messed up stuff she's done. And we're not soon going to forget, Call me whichever you are comfortable with. Her husband and kid left because YouTube was way too important to her than her family. That's sad. Hi, Queen of Hearts. Carla, the title analyzer used about you is very disturbing. Bang, bang. Oh, and you know exactly what she knew, exactly what she was doing. She knew exactly what she was doing, and it was only meant to go up and bully me. And Richard was in there saying all kinds of stuff, and people were coming from her live to my live and telling me everything that they were saying. So, I know exactly what was going on. But see, I did not ask anybody to go over there. That's where the difference is. I didn't ask her. I'm able to say what I want on my own platform. I am not a pussy. I don't have to send people over. I don't have to berate people because they're in somebody's live stream. Hi, Texas girl. Nice to see you. I don't have to berate people that are in my live stream because they're in hers. If you want to go over there, that's up to you. People should know that about what she's done. She's not changed. She's still a bully. And a lot of us OGs that were around at that time when she was outed for all the messed up shit she did are not going to forget what she's done and are going to continue to tell people this is what she did. Ninny, an analyzer said, I interfere with attorney judges when that's not possible. And that's what Richard was saying last night. You guys were all interfering with the attorneys. Which is it? She needs an attorney for lawyers to sue you all? Like, how ridiculous. Come on. She's the biggest bully on here. Okay, so I'm going to sue her because she titled her video, Chucky Bang Bang. Okay. Oh my gosh. She threatened to sue people as to her reason for cease and desist, but it takes a lot of money to reserve counsel. If she has that kind of money, why GoFundMe? I just think she's a liar. Over at RDA, those idiots were bullying a woman. Yeah, I don't mess with them. I don't have anything to do with them. I don't even know anything about them. I had one encounter with that Rex guy, and that was it. That was one and done. One and done. When George Strait was in Kansas City a few winters ago, Analyzer said she had tickets and just needed a hotel for her and her friend. My friend manages a hotel close to the Sprint Center. Okay. Did she ask you to do her? Why does she say you're stalking her? She harasses us all, then says she's sending a cease and desist. It's ridiculous. That cease and desist isn't worth the paper that it's written on. Trust me. Trust me. She's going to get zero out of that. Why doesn't she concentrate on getting a divorce, letting her husband have a good life? All she had to do was go to the front desk and they would know she was there. When I told her that, she said she sold her tickets. She lied. She never had tickets. Oh, what a messed up bitch. What, was she trying to get money out of you or something? She did. And Nanny, that's the thing. She hurt so many. She's still doing it. She's still hurting people. So you want to support her. Like, I have nothing against people that want to support her, but just stay away from me. Like, stay out of my stream. Don't come in here, because I'm never going to like her. And I'm never going to forget what she did to this whole community. It was horrible. I mean, she did so many messed up stuff, and she's still doing it. She fits the term. What's chinwag? I don't even know what that is. I seriously don't know what that is. She just doesn't care. I go in there once in a while to see what kind of fuckery she is doing, but she's boring as fuck and has long live streams. She goes live like 6 times a day. I don't know. I don't go in there because I don't want to give her a view. I didn't actually even know that was her name, Pandora. Until someone said, you know who that is, right? No, that's Analyzer. Oh my God. That explains a lot. Chinwag is a gossiper and troublemaker. Yeah, exactly. She is extremely boring. Yeah. Well, remember, she used to go live. She was like, she went live always from her bed. She'd be laying down in her bed. And that's why everybody called her a bed slug, because she wouldn't get up off her fat ass. And here's the thing. She's fat shaming other people. Like, I'm sorry. When did you become a supermodel? A super skinny model? Analyzer said that Kansas City Lights stalks her, so new men in her chat will white knight for her. The men don't know the backstory. Oh, good for those guys. They deserve her. And they want a white knight. That's what I thought Richard was doing in here last night, was white knighting for her. And I wasn't having it, because he's not going to change my mind about what she did to this whole community. And she did it to this. She messed up. She messed with a lot of people who, listen, there's a lot of people who have family members who have passed away from cancer, who are dealing with cancer, or they themselves are dealing with cancer. This is an outlet for them. What she did was horrible. What does she tell people she looks like? Well, her looks are out there. If you go to that channel, Pandora's Box Opening, I think they even have a picture of her up there. Spoofer said she fat shames her all the time. She should not talk. She's not no skinny mini. And that's the same. She was making fun of my look. I guess she was making fun of my looks last night, whatever. At least I have the balls to like cam up. A lot of people on here don't cam up. I'm not camming up today because, right, listen, people, I was up till 4 o'clock in the morning, so I'm a little disheveled, if you want to know. Like, I look pretty bad. She fat shames me in her. She fat shamed you, yeah. Well, she has no room to talk. You know, she's like, what, 250? So why is she talking about other people being fat? Pandora's Box opening 2 has a clip of her using her rifle. What was she using her rifle for, Queen of Hearts? But she said she lost 80 pounds. She said it, gotta believe it. Analyzer said it. Then cam up. Why are you fat shaming? So if you lost 80 pounds, you lost a whole person, then you were fat. So you should not be fat shaming other people. Like, wow. Using a rifle. What was she using a rifle for? Ninny, she is fat shaming many people and lies constantly. Well, she can fat shame me all she wants. I'm not overweight. I'm not obese. I mean, I'm overweight. Okay, I put on 20 pounds, but oh, it was that time she said she was going to do something to herself? Is that up there? I must have missed that one. I like skimmed through it. I was like, there was some things on that channel that I just couldn't watch because it was like so sickening. You know what I mean? Like she faked suicide. Didn't she fake her own death too? Like, that's how messed up this woman is. Like, she seriously needs 5150'd. She went live screaming, "Is this what you want me to do? Blow my head off?" She referred to her shirt that said, "Just do it." Hey, Dana. I love Dana. I do. I do like Dana. I've always liked Dana, even when it was like, it was not popular to like her. But I have always liked her. Are you still over there hanging out with Analyzer? Oh, God. I'm sorry, but what she named her stream last night was bullying. So she can come in here all she wants and say she's not a bully, but she's a bully. She's a bully. You think I didn't know exactly what she was doing? She is so transparent. She is such I love you too, Dana. She's so transparent. Like a lot of us, Dana, and I know you support her, and that's okay. But a lot of us are not going to forget all the messed up stuff she pulled. She leaves a bad taste in my mouth, a really bad taste in my mouth. And fat shaming people and making fun of looks and all that stuff is wrong. Fat shame Angie in reference to burrito. Spoofer Analyzer does not let Spoofer alone and blame Spoofer for crap that Analyzer says is true when it is lies. Yeah. I'm sick in bed. Hey, Dana, did you hurt your foot? Did you sprain your ankle or something? It seems to me I was in your chat and you said you hurt yourself. I hope you're feeling better. My husband was sick last week. Husbands make the worst patients, let me tell you. The worst. Worst patients. Hi, Sweet Wheat. Hello, darling. I'm just reading. Sorry. I miss a lot of comments when I start talking because I like look away and then I miss like 5 comments. Kevin goes live and tells us what he's doing in real life with her And of course, she said he's a liar. I'm not sure. See, I don't know who Kevin is. I don't know. And that's what Chubby Cheeks was up here. Like, she was kind of like letting, like, filling me in on what, who all the cast of characters was and what she has done to certain people on here. And I have a right to have my opinion about things that have been said, and her laughing about racist remarks. It's the title for newcomers in Pandora's Box opening to channel. Rifle and Sharpie mark on her wrist. Oh, I think I did see the Sharpie on her wrist. But was she trying to say that she slit her wrist? That's seriously, she needs mental help. Carla Sweetwheat is another analyzer trolls, and Sweetwheat, hey sweet Carla Sweetwheat is another analyzer's trolls and lies about too. Yeah, I heard that Sweetwheat was one of her good friends and stuck by her, and now she turned on her. Why does this woman turn on everybody that supported her? She's just recycling people. Recycle people, and I don't know. We've all been around. We're all OGs here. We know what she's done. Yeah, we're going to bubble wrap her. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think she hurt herself. I've never seen anyone brag about their S. I can't say that word. I don't believe her. Well, it's all for attention, is what it is. It's all for attention. I mean, she says who goes on a live stream and says and addresses their stalker. To me, if you're being stalked for real, you try to get away from that person. Oh, thank heaven, I need the bubbles. Dana. Oh my goodness. No, I think that's one of the words that YouTube doesn't allow us to say on panels now, the S word. But yeah, I've seen a lot of things that she tried to make people believe were, thank you, Cecile, make people believe were real. Of course, she has attention. She says she's changed. Yeah, she has. She's a lot worse. She's a lot worse in that before what she did was messed up. But what she's doing now is she's going after people. And, you know, to me, bullying people on here, don't we have enough bullies on here? Like, do we need more? Hi, Kim. Do we need more bullies on YouTube? Seriously. Kevin is a man, analyzer, dated, but I don't know all the facts as I only spoken in chat in YouTube. She dated in real life or just dated online? Did they call that dating in real life? Like if you just talk to someone like on YouTube, is that dating? I don't know. I'm married, so I don't do that kind of stuff, you know. If I talk to Brian all the time. I've talked to him. My husband knows I talk to him, but he's married also. So I don't know how you date somebody that's online, because everybody lives like in different parts of the country. So I don't know. I don't even know who that person is. Is that someone that's, she's got the hots for her? Like, I don't know, but it seems to me when you've got this many people that you've heard and they're all coming they're all coming out and saying what you've done to them. You might want to look in the mirror and wonder if you're not the problem, if you're not the reason that all these people are coming out and saying what they're saying. You might want to take a look in the mirror and maybe watch your own behavior. I can tell you about Kevin. I interviewed him. Do you want to come up and tell me? Because I have no clue who this person is. He was dating her in real life, I believe. Oh, and so he's on YouTube now? God, you guys know everything. I know nothing. Oh, okay. I'll give you the link. And then I'll just mute and you can tell me the story because I have no clue. Uh-oh. 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 Okay. Ooh. I hit something and I didn't know what I did. Sometimes I hit things on my laptop and then I don't know what I did. I'm a person who forgives past grievances. That I love that about you, Donna. But some of us have gotten a really bad taste in our mouth about. Some of us have lost people to cancer. Some of us are dealing. I know Jonice is dealing with cancer right now. Prayers for her. And people are dealing with chronic illnesses and stuff like that. And to fake something like that, that leaves a bad taste in people's mouths. So, yeah, some things. And when I guess if you show that you're changed and you stop maybe bullying people, maybe she could. You could probably maybe get past, yes, Jonice, prayers for Jonice. She's dealing with cancer now. So I put the link in there for Spoofer if she wants to come up. When you see what people, that's the thing is that people have come, have been dealing. Hey, hello. Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. So you're going to give me the tea?
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. So Kevin is the guy she dated last summer and told him that she had a miscarriage.
Oh, good Lord.
And she sent him the bloody sheets. It was him that he got the bloody sheets picture. But what she did is she involved Sweet Wheat in it. So she was pretending to be Sweet Wheat on her phone, kind of like she's done before. Like when she faked her death, it was supposedly her mom that was on her cell phone. So she pretended that Sweet Wheat was messaging him and saying that Pandora was in ICU from a miscarriage and sent him a picture of bloody sheets.
Wow.
And Sweet Wheat had his number, and then she messaged Sweet Wheat because she told Sweet Wheat she was pregnant by Kevin. And Kevin, I guess Kevin and Sweet Wheat had talked also, because when Pandora and him would fight, she would have Sweet Wheat call him and get involved.
Right.
So that's how Sweet Wheat knew him. And she told Sweet Wheat that he pushed her down the stairs and she lost the baby.
That Kevin pushed her down the stairs?
Yes.
Oh, wow. So she's trying to like trash him also.
Yes.
Why? Was he dumping her or something? Why would she do that to somebody that she's dating?
I don't know. And then I found out that she was engaged to him. Like, she made this public Facebook post, or he had a public Facebook post that said that they got engaged on Labor Day last year. And it was a picture of her and him standing together. and I don't know what, I guess they broke up. I don't know what happened with that. But then
Gee, I
me and
wonder why.
so what happened is Sweet Wheat was like, I really want to know the truth about this miscarriage, and I have Kevin's number, so I'm going to call and ask him because she had involved Sweet Wheat, so it wasn't like Sweet Wheat was really going real life or digging
Mhm,
into her personal.
mhm.
Pandora had dragged her into that story, and she wanted the facts, and she wanted to know it was true. So she contacts Kevin, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, why do you keep texting me?" And apparently Pandora had been harassing him in text messages with an Oklahoma phone number. She was using those Google numbers to make
Oh
her number
my
fake,
God, she's
and had been
pathetic.
she had been texting him for months, harassing him, and he thought it was Sweet Wheat the whole time. So
Wow.
when Sweet Wheat first called him, he was a little upset at her,
Oh my goodness.
and then apparently, let's see, Pandora had told Kevin that Sweet Wheat had been her best friend since elementary school, which
Oh.
wasn't true.
So what was her end game there? Like, was she trying to get him back, or
I
were they
really
together
don't.
this whole time?
I really don't know. Um, but what happened is Kevin talked to Sweet Wheat, and he's like, "I'm being harassed in these text messages. I want it to stop. She won't stop contacting me." He thought it was Sweet Wheat, but it was really Pandora with fake Google
Wow.
numbers.
Wow.
Um, so Sweet Wheat suggested, and I suggested, because Sweet Wheat asked me about it. I was like, why doesn't he come on YouTube and tell his story since that's her home turf?
Hmm.
And maybe she'll stop harassing him when he gets the story out.
Did he
It's
do
like,
it?
yeah, he did. We did a live stream, me, Sweet Wheat, and him.
Hmm.
And he told his story about how she'd been harassing him for months with text messages.
Hmm.
And he told us about the miscarriage story and how she was in ICU for a week from a miscarriage. He told us all that stuff, and then what ended up happening is that made the harassment worse for him. I was trying to help him. I thought, well, maybe if you get your story on YouTube, she'll leave you alone.
Right.
But it made it worse, and then she served him with an emergency protective order
Oh my God.
for harassment. So I felt guilty and felt like it was my fault that he got served with that because it was my suggestion for him to tell his story on YouTube. So I gave him money to fight his legal battles. So now she tells people that I paid him to lie.
Oh, good Lord.
But really, I felt so guilty that
Yeah.
she
Because you have
served.
a conscience.
Yeah, yeah, I felt like that was the right thing to do, was to give him money to fight his legal battles with an emergency protective order that he should have never received.
Is he okay now? I mean, is
Yeah,
he?
he's fine. The emergency protective order got dismissed,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, he's fine. He's
Okay, it got dismissed because there was no basis for it, or?
no, because what happened is she served one on him, so
Mhm.
he went and got one on her as well
Oh, okay. So they out.
because he had text messages from her where she's threatening him.
Wow.
So he went and got an emergency protective order on her, and then he got an attorney with the money I gave him, and they decided to dismiss both orders and move on with their lives and leave each other alone.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So he dodged a bullet.
hmm Yeah,
Wow.
but I gave him the money for that because I felt like I was personally responsible for him getting into that situation.
So what is, yeah, and now she's threatening to send everybody cease and desist, yet she's up on her panel harassing everybody.
Yeah.
So that's not going to play out very well because has been recorded. So
Yeah, I have all her streams. I don't have as many as I used to because she shut my channel down in December, I think it
mhm,
was, or January.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember when that channel, my original Mass Spoofer channel got shut down for bullying and harassment because I was defending myself against her.
I don't know how hers stays up, to be honest with you.
Probably because she puts
Really.
everything on private. I don't know.
Because I mean, that her whole channel is geared towards bullying people.
But yeah, I record all her streams because one, it's evidence, and two, she puts them on private. So if I ever need to go back and refer to something and remember exactly what was said, I've got it.
Mm-hmm. Good for you.
And yeah.
Yeah. You're protecting yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, because she talks about me all the time and others.
Yeah. And that's the thing people say. People have been in here today saying, well, why are you even saying anything? Because the new people that are coming into this community should know what she's about, should know what she's done, should know what she's still doing. She's not changed.
Well, that's what's messed up is when new people come in, because I'm guilty of this myself. I was friends with her last year,
Mm-hmm.
and Kansas and Chubby Cheeks and others were saying, you don't know what you're getting into. You need to stop.
Mm-hmm.
But she had me convinced that they were trolling and harassing her because of her cancer days, and she swore she had changed.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same story she tells everyone. But then once you get to know her, it's like, whoa, she's worse.
Oh yeah, she's terrible. And I mean the whole thing with what do you think about the whole racist thing? Like this racist thing is just got me shaking my head.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by it, and I have like the full stream, and I went back and listened to it after I saw those videos that were posted about it, and nothing was taken out of context. That was exactly what they did. That mask showed up on the stream, and they started laughing, and the first comment Richard said was, "Look, it's Kansas's wife in blackface."
Oh, he also said something about she looks like Aunt Jemima. I was so disgusted with that. So disgusted.
Yeah.
And I basically told him last night what I thought I was racist. I'm not changing my mind about that. I still think that it's racist.
That stream was 2.5 hours long, and they laughed about that mask the entire 2.5 hour stream. I mean, there was chit chat in between, but it was just constant making fun of that mask and making racial slurs about it.
Was she making racial slurs too?
No, she was, if I remember correctly, she was just laughing at it. Yeah.
But laughing, you know what? Laughing about it, and people said, and I didn't go to it. I saw the aftermath of it. People, if you are in a chat where they're doing something like that, and they're, making fun of somebody's, color of their skin, and you don't say anything, you're just as bad. To me, you're just as bad. That's why I put it in my community post. Go watch it, see it. Tell me what you think.
Yeah, it was awful. Yeah, nothing was clipped or taken out of context. It's exactly how it happened.
I know. She's sitting there laughing like a hyena, and they're making racial slurs. Like, it just was horrible. I was disgusted. And I have a right. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. But I think that her whole channel is to bully people, and she wants attention, and she's disgusting. And she leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I'm sorry. And she came in here last night after like berating someone because they were in my chat. She has the nerve to come over here and come into my chat and defend herself. Like, no, go away. I took everything I had to even let Richard up on my stream on my panel, because had it not been for Samara, he wouldn't have come up either.
Yeah.
Because I think he enables her bad behavior.
Well, they're very similar, which is why I think they get along so well. They're very similar.
Right. Well, I remember, and I like Angie, okay? I really do like Angie, and I've liked Angie for a while. And I remember they've made fun of everything about her. And here's the thing. When you talk about something in private in Discord, I have a Discord. We talk about things privately that we wouldn't talk about publicly. We make jokes and stuff like that. That's what it is. That's why you have a Discord. So you could talk and you feel free to talk about, private stuff. When
Yeah.
you bringing that publicly, to me, I want nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Groyper thinks the death of George Floyd is something to laugh about, Brian says.
And, that Discord group only had like 7 or 8 people in it. It was small. It was small, and everyone thought that everyone could be trusted. And, after Angie had CPS called on her, we did go a little overboard on looking up info because we thought I don't want to speak for everyone. I personally thought that Pandora was responsible for contacting CPS on Angie. There's no evidence, so I can't accuse her of that.
Mm-hmm.
But the CPS, it was an email sent to CPS, and everything in the email was talking about Angie's YouTube actions. So it was obviously someone on YouTube, and Pandora was the only one who had a beef with her at the time. So that's why I feel like Pandora did that.
Right.
I'm not accusing her because I don't know for certain.
Right.
I feel
you
like
can't accuse someone if you don't know 100% sure if it's her.
Yeah, and I was really angry that she did that. On top of everything else. So, yeah, I looked up her background check to see what I could find out about her, and I was seriously considering getting an attorney and seeing what I could do for the harassment.
Yeah, well, it seems like
I posted her background check in there, but I didn't think it was a big deal because there was like 7 or 8 of us in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like I posted it for 1 million people to see.
Right.
But then Richard got mad because of what? Because he thinks Angie faked the CPS call, and he leaves
Does he have proof of that?
He takes all that information and gives it to Pandora to post all over YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
And I know it's not right to look up people's background checks, but at that point in time, I was not in a good state mentally, and I wanted to find out everything I could about her because of all the shit she had done to me. Right. She had made me crazy for a while. I seriously lost my mind for a while.
I don't blame you. If someone was going after me, like, relentlessly, I'd want to know who that person was. I mean, he was on my panel last night defending or saying that Angie got busted. I didn't see where she got busted. I didn't see any proof that she didn't have CPS called on her. I didn't see it.
She did have CPS called on her. It wasn't the lie.
That she didn't, that she got busted. And I didn't see any proof where she got busted.
No, she has a letter from CPS. I've seen the letter.
So, yeah. So I don't know what the hell he was talking about there.
I don't know.
But she's just done too many things to too many people for everybody to forget all the stuff that she's done. She's a bully. She is a bully. She's a big fat bully. Like, she is. There's no other word to say it. And she's done messed up stuff on here. Look, faking a miscarriage.
And she keeps lying about that and saying that text is fake, the one she sent to Sweet Wheat, but it has her phone number on the top of it.
Oh, wow.
I have the text message.
So she was willing to throw her friend under the bus.
Uh-huh.
Just to what? Was she trying to get back with him or something? Because there must have been an end.
I really don't know. I didn't ask him. I was in shock at all the things he was saying. I wish I still had the interview, but it was on my other channel that got taken down.
Oh, okay. Is he on YouTube, or he just was never on YouTube?
No, he's not. He's not on YouTube. He came on StreamYard to do that, and we did it as a private stream, so the chat didn't. interrupt us, and then I made it public after we were done.
Hmm. And then she went after him.
Yeah, it got worse for him, and I felt so guilty about that. I was crying when he told me he got the emergency protective order. I felt so guilty. I was like, "Oh man, what did I do?" I thought I was helping him, and I
Your
just
fault. She's just a horrible person. Insult to injury. I would look her up as well to protect myself. There's nothing wrong with doing that. Yeah, I agree.
Well, apparently I'm a super doxer that goes and looks up everybody because, I mean, I've looked up her and Howie Cat and one other person that was in their group.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm the bad guy. And honestly, Howie Cat, the only reason that I've looked him up is because someone was accusing him of being a child molester. And I was like, I don't think that's right. I think you have the wrong person. So I went and looked him up myself, and I was like, no, he doesn't have that on his record. Because, I mean, even though I don't like those people, I don't want people going around accusing them of stuff like that. That's an awful thing to accuse someone of.
Oh, yeah, that's bad. That's really bad. Samara says, oh boy, see, I have a problem with going real life.
Yeah, but I wasn't going real live. I looked up the information, but I didn't do anything with it. I don't know what. I'm still new to all these YouTube terms. Is it going real live to look up a background check?
I think it depends on if you make things public. When you make things public, Spoofer has been doxxed in a chat with over 800 people, and that was all her private information. Wow.
Yeah. Pandora went to Captain Content's room. It was her, Richard, and Howie. I don't know which one of them did it, but Captain Content has one of those donation things where it pops up on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
And they doxed me with my name, address, and phone number. And then they went and did it in the Trishalicious stream also that same night.
Wow. I know what that feels like. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, but they're upset that I posted a background check in a private Discord that had like 7 or 8 people in it.
And that was a private Discord, right?
Yeah, it was private. You couldn't get in unless Angie invited you there.
I don't know. I just, the more I'm hearing about these people, the more I just want to stay away from them. But they just seem to be relentless at the bullying.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that, I'm sorry that they're doing that to people. And it's like, it's funny that since I started talking about this, that people are just coming out of the woodwork that she's bullied. It seems like she just can't keep a friend.
Yeah, her newest victim is Evelyn. She really did bad to Evelyn. Brought up Evelyn's daughter's past history of abuse on a live stream. Told everyone about Evelyn's boyfriend that apparently he's, well, I don't want to say it.
Okay.
But because then I feel like I'm doing the same thing.
That. Like I've heard a little bit here and there, but I mean, it doesn't have to be public.
Yeah, she said some horrible things about Evelyn.
After what Groyper did to Delusion Dispeller's husband, I would certainly be looking them all up. They went after her husband's job, and no, Analyzer, I'm not Kentucky Kim. You're a weirdo. Yeah, he did go. Groyper did go after Delusion Dispeller. I remember that, actually.
Yeah, and he keeps saying that it's okay because he's a sex offender. But the thing about it is Dee Dee's husband did that when he was 12 years old.
Mm-hmm.
This sexual thing he did, I don't know the full details of it. But
Mm-hmm.
he was 12 years old when he did it, and he hasn't done it since. So is
He's
it
okay
really
with her
fair?
now. He's okay with her now.
So is it really fair to go after him and accuse him of being a sex offender when he was 12 years old when he did it, and now he's in his 30s and doesn't have any other offenses? Like a
Right.
12-year-old kid is different than an adult doing it.
Right. You're right.
I mean, I don't stand up for sexual abuse, but he was 12 years old. I don't think he knew what he was doing at the time, and he knows better now. He learned his lesson. So why now that he's in his 30s does he need to be punished by Richard Groiber for something he did when he was 12 years old?
Um, I don't know why Richard takes it upon himself to look people up. Like, I thought they were against going real life.
Oh, well, it's okay because Dee Dee's husband is a sex offender. That's his excuse.
Yeah, but she's friendly with them all now.
Yeah, I know. I don't understand that.
Why are they all friendly now? Like, okay, you thought it was your duty to bring this out into the open, but now you're all buddy buddy. Like,
That's something weird with Dee Dee. I mean, she's a Christian and she feels like she's supposed to forgive people and give them 100 chances or more.
who Analyzer does?
Now, Dee Dee,
Oh, Dee Dee.
Delusion Dispeller.
Oh, okay.
Delusion Dispeller is a Christian and thinks that she's supposed to keep forgiving these people and going back and trying to be friends with them again. And she keeps getting burned.
Oh,
She'll never learn her lesson. She just keeps going back.
that's why I said last night, there's certain things that, I mean, there's certain people that in my mind can be forgiven. There's certain people I'm staying away from. I'm sorry. I don't think they're going to change. Their behavior is just, just too bad. They're just not good people. And I want to be away from them.
Yeah. I mean, you can forgive someone because you're a Christian and that's what you should do, and not be friends with them at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can say, I forgive you, but I'm going to keep my distance from you because you've done me wrong too many times. But she just keeps
Have
going
you guys
back.
tried, though, just like staying?
We have. When
And
we don't say anything, the harassment gets worse. Like there's no end to it.
yeah. So why do you think that because they want attention?
Yeah. I think she gets bored and wants the attention, so she stirs up the drama again.
Wow.
And like Kansas is always her go-to because she knows that if she starts talking about him, she knows that he will come in there and defend himself and start shit in the chat, and she lives for that.
Yeah, she does, because if she really didn't want, like, if he was stalking her like she says he is, why isn't she blocking him? Because he's going in there and able to talk. So I call bullshit on that one. Because if that's a stalker and you're not blocking him, you're a dumbass. Like,
exactly. If someone was stalking me, I would block them on YouTube. I would block them from StreamYard. I'd block their emails. And they would be completely blocked.
Yeah, she's not doing that. So I call bullshit on that one.
It has to be.
No.
I've been stalked before and I blocked that person out of my life.
Yep. But she's not doing that because is she talking about him? She wants him to come in there, and then she starts going after him. So she's not. If he is stalking her, then block him. Block his ass. That's my opinion, anyways. That is my opinion. And I'm, like I said, I don't know a lot. Like, I didn't know anything about this Kevin guy, but I think it's disgusting what she did.
Yeah.
Like, I feel bad for him.
I really felt bad when she served him with that emergency protective order. Like, they came in and took his guns, and he had a hunting trip that weekend.
Oh my God.
I felt so bad.
Oh, she's some, they could make a movie out of how horrible she is. They
They
could.
really could. She's like a Lifetime movie waiting to happen.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say. Like, nobody does stuff like that. Kansas City Lights has changed his number because her friends are harassing him at all hours. Wow.
Yeah, she gave Howie and other people his phone number. I can't remember who else she gave Kansas's phone number
To me,
to.
that's going real life. You're giving someone their phone number and asking people to harass them. You're going real life.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow.
Like Kansas had disappeared off YouTube for several months last summer, and she kept making these fake names, coming in her room, trolling herself, and then accusing it of being Kansas.
How did you know she was making fake names?
I didn't actually. I think someone told me. They were like, watch her when she's in the chat. She's making fake names. They left a comment on one of my videos because it was back when I was friends with her. So I started watching. And I don't have proof that she was making the fake names and trolling. Again, it's a guess. But she would be on her live stream and she would get really quiet. And all of a sudden, this troll would pop up in the room and start saying stuff about her.
Oh, jeez.
And then she would perk back up and yell at them and boot them. So it was like, it's like she was over there creating a new name and coming in, and that's why she was so quiet. And then all of a sudden, this troll pops up, and she'd blame it on Kansas every time.
Well, okay, but she has no proof that it's Kansas City. She just likes to blame him for everything.
Yeah, she likes to blame him for everything. Yeah, and I don't know if she was trolling herself or not, but it was weird. And I did start watching. I think it was Chubby Cheeks that left me that comment even.
Yeah.
It was last summer when I was still friends with her.
Well, I'll tell you, a lot of people have not forgotten all the messed up stuff that she's done on here. So, and they're not, I mean, she might have a whole new set of friends, but she seems to be recycling her friends.
Yeah.
Like she just turns on everybody. I don't know. Was Angie ever her friend?
For a few months. Well, here's the interesting thing about that is me and Angie used to have an argument going on last year. And I was friends with Pandora, and Pandora started researching me and found out how to get a hold of Angie and emailed Angie and told her, hey, do you know this spoofer girl? She's getting out of control and I don't know what to do. Can you help me? So like she emailed my enemy to get her involved in the drama. And it was back when I was still friends with Pandora. So like she immediately started to create drama between me and Angie. And the drama between me and Angie did get worse when Pandora got involved in the middle of it. It was bad. Like it was so bad. Angie wanted to come to Texas and kill me. It was bad.
How did you fall out with Pandora? What was the straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak?
Okay, so I have this friend. He was in your chat last night, Star Wars agent, that I've been friends with.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw him.
I've been friends with him for a long time, like a year and a half. And she was flirting with him, which was fine. I don't care because I'm happily married and I have male friends that I have zero sexual attraction for. They're just people I talk to. She swears up and down I was jealous of the relationship when I was not.
Oh, good Lord.
Because I was friends with him. And what happened is, this is how this whole thing started. It's so funny. She sent me a screenshot because she was mad. She put me in the middle of her and Miller's relationship, if
Mm-hmm.
there really was one. Um, and he blocked her and was mad at her. So she was messaging me asking why he wouldn't respond. I was like, he needs a break. He doesn't want to be around you right now. I was like, he blocked you, and he's like, oh, he didn't block me. And then she sent me a screenshot of her messenger list.
Mm-hmm.
And on her messenger list, it was an avatar of her standing next to this guy, and his name was Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what the hell is that? I was like, she's flirting with Miller. And then she also has Howie that wants a relationship with her. And then she has this guy on Facebook with her picture next to him. So I went and looked at it. I looked up the Facebook profile,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where I found the public post that they were engaged. They had just gotten engaged like 2 days before I saw the post.
Oh my God.
I was like, why is she flirting with my friend like this when she's engaged?
Wow. Is she engaged?
No, well, she's not now. I don't know. I still don't know that whole story. That part of the interview with Kevin was weird. Like he didn't know. He seems to think she hacked his Facebook and put that on there because he was like, "Well, I was engaged to her in July, but not September." So I'm not real clear on the story of that. But it
Hmm.
was a public Facebook post, and what I did is I saw that public Facebook post that she was engaged to this guy with their pictures together, and I messaged my friend Miller because I'd been friends with him a long time,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, "Watch out for Pandora. It looks like she's playing games with you. She's
Was he
engaged."
was he was he was he hi Chubby Cheeks?
Hey, Chubs.
Was he interested in her?
No, no, they were always just friends. She
Okay.
had too much drama. He didn't like all the drama that was involved with her, and he got
Okay.
tired of her. I think, like, maybe at the beginning, he thought, well, she's kind of cool to talk to, and he was going to give her a chance, but she became so demanding on him.
Mm-hmm.
She would message him all hours of the day, and Miller works the night shift at his job, the graveyard shift. So
Mm-hmm.
he sleeps during the day. And she would throw a fit if he wouldn't message her during the day. And then she would message me, why isn't Miller talking to me?
Oh my God.
Message him and see what's going on. I would say, he works nights, he's asleep, I'm not going to message him. And she'd get mad because I wouldn't message him when I knew he was asleep.
Wow. That's like high school stuff.
It was.
Really. Hi, Chubbs.
Hi, ladies. Now, I want to ask a question because I did get to talk to both Spoofer and Angie separately when I saw what was going on. Now, Spoofer, can you tell everybody why or how you saw the picture of Analyzer with Kevin?
She sent me a screenshot um, of her Facebook Messenger list, and there was an avatar of her and this guy together, and the screen name was Kevin. So I was like, what is that? And I went and looked it up because I was nosy.
And
I'm a
was you on?
woman. I get nosy. I didn't go digging. Like she keeps telling people I went digging in her information to find this, but she handed me that screenshot with that picture on it. So
Now,
I went to see what it was, and it was them engaged.
right. Now, I'm going to ask this again. Was you on her Facebook page as a friend or not?
No, I was only on her Messenger as a friend, not Facebook.
Okay, so you communicated with her through Messenger, and that's how that's how the picture was brought to your attention.
Yeah.
So I want everybody to understand that because we have been accused of going real life, and we didn't go real life. That's where a lot of this information has been really blown out of proportion. And so if everybody knows the facts behind it, then they kind of understand the story when Lisa's telling her side, trying to make it seem like We interfered in her divorce. We interfered in the custody battle with her child. We interfered with her. And a lot of us had no idea that she was even going to a counselor on a regular basis, but we interfered with all that. And that's not what happened. And even some of the questions that or statements we made in a hypothetical situation has been taken and turned and used against us, making it look like we made statements. And I saw that last night when Richard was on panel and when I was talking with Daisy and connective tissue. So I'm still seeing where a lot of the stuff is being taken and only certain parts are shown, or that Richard doesn't add that, hey, there was a voice chat going on during this, and this is what we were saying in voice chat, but this is what you're going to see appear over here in the text. He doesn't do that. He only shows what he wants. And like I said, once again, he's sitting there saying that we were going real life and he was trying to reel us in when he went after Evelyn. And he came in Discord with a, excuse the expression, hard on or target, whatever you want to use, against Evelyn and Jeff. And that was from the very get-go at the end of January. So it was always constant about this. And when he got more information, he actually sent a message to Evelyn's boyfriend on Messenger and thought it was rather hilarious. And then when he was looking into her kids, and see, all of us was focusing on Angie at this time because of CPS unit, and we were wanting to be supportive as a group of friends. Well, he was still focused on Evelyn, and he goes, well, forget the children. Let's go after the grandkids. And we do have that if we have to show it, but we shouldn't have to prove our story. And then Daisy comes in and says, after everybody got quiet and wasn't saying anything, that, oh, he was only joking. That's his sense of humor. There is nothing funny about anything talking about anybody's child. And when we all got quiet, it got that way. And then next thing we know, it got blown up into a discussion. And even in that, there's information missing in that what he's showing. So it's just his agenda, and he's not willing to go up and ask questions like when I did with Spoofer and Angie, because they were going back and forth. I would see Analyzer over in Spoofer's chat, and Angie was on live, and someone mentioned in Angie's chat that Analyzer is over in Spoofer's chat. So that's what sent me over to kind of look that out. And she was and this is after she actually had accused Spoofer of some things that no, she just wanted to be friends and trying to butter it up. So I did get to talk to both ladies, and behind the scenes, Analyzer was texting them or sending emails, come into my chat, i.e. to Spoofer, that Angie's in there and I know she'll leave if you come in. And then to Angie, she would send her Spoofers in my chat, and I don't want her in there. Please come to my chat. Please come on panel. So there was all this behind the scenes of manipulation to get these two people fighting. And Spoofer never told anything that I can recall about Angie's real identity or how to locate her. And then all of a sudden, Angie shows up in chat, and as an observer, I'm like, well, how did you find this person? How did this person find your chat? This is a little bit too odd to be a coincidence. And knowing and watching patterns, like I say, there's patterns, I kind of figured out what was going on rather quickly. So
yeah, and that's something I would like to touch on. Me and Angie were harassing each other for 8 months, 10 months last year, and we never looked up personal information on each other. So it's not like neither one of us looks at people's information and doxes people. We just got in a situation with Pandora where we felt like we needed her information. I don't know why. I never did anything with the information other than put it in the Discord.
And then when you and Angie had come to some sort of a aha moment or a realization, did you guys speak with each other about what had happened?
Well, when I realized what was going on, I made a video with the text messages with Pandora that shows where she's asking me to get Angie off her panel and that Angie's a horrible person. And I did that because I realized what was going on, because something had happened between me, Miller, and his friend Heidi from the UK. Um, the same thing where she was trying to get Miller and Heidi and me all mad at each other because she didn't want us to be friends with Miller. And I was like, oh my gosh, I wonder if what she's doing with Angie is the same. So I posted the text messages between me and her that had to do with Angie. And Angie's like, holy shit, she's doing the same thing to me. Oh, sorry for my language. Um, and then me and Angie discussed it and figured out what she was doing.
So she was pitting you against her and her against you.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. To make we already didn't get along and she was making it worse.
Yeah.
And it just caused more animosity between you guys. And one thing that I do understand, because I do have that information from both the ladies, they did share their emails and their text messages in order to come to this realization that this is what's happening. Excuse me, I'm going to lose my voice. This is what's happening between them. And here, Analyzer is sitting there. Well, I don't know what's going on. I don't do anything behind the scenes. I don't text anybody, but you can always hear her texting her on her little phone, and when she's not paying attention. And I didn't troll Spoofer and I didn't troll Angie, and I'm very good friends with both of them now. But I did caution Spoofer because Spoofer seems like a very good-hearted individual. Mm-hmm. And I didn't want to see her get drugged like everybody else because she was enjoying the karaoke nights. They were laughing, they were singing, but as Lisa progressed in time in admiration for Miller, she wanted to kind of remove everybody around Miller. So Miller was all hers, I should say.
Was there jealousy involved in all that?
Oh, yes. There was lots of jealousy involved in all that.
Not with me. I wasn't jealous of anybody.
Yeah. No, not you. I'm talking about her.
Yeah, with Analyzer, there was. She was jealous with Miller. She was jealous with Spoofer. She was jealous with Angie. She's even jealous with Sweet Wheat. And she says that Sweet Wheat keeps contacting her, and that's not true. I recently did a video, and I showed where she had contacted her again. And, Sweet Wheat at times has just finally said, okay, whatever, you're going to believe whatever. So, yeah, I did this. And Lisa sits there and says, oh, well, she admitted to this. She doesn't understand that Sweet Wheat is just tired of being bullied. And there's no need in trying. And Spoofer can tell you, you can't discuss these things with Analyzer. She doesn't listen. She gets mad. She talks over you. She yells at you. She will accuse you of the things. But it was not a good scene. So it's like I told Spoofer, just be careful. Guard yourself cautiously. I wasn't trolling her. I wasn't saying anything mean. And like I said last night, I have hopes that, this wasn't going to turn out the way it did. And she did leave me a message. Analyzer did right after her last hearing and said that she hoped I was happy, that she had nothing and she had lost everything. She didn't even have her child. And then
that's not your, oh, no. She can't put that on you.
Yeah, and that's what she's trying to put on me. This is all my fault because I'm one of the OGs, and I only started watching her again. Like I said, I went in one night trying to be nice to her, and right away she attacks me, and you're KLC. I know it. I don't care what you say. I can feel it. I know you're KLC. And that offended me. Here I was trying to be nice, so I kind of stuck around, and before I knew it, I was not Joan of Arc. I've been underneath the Dawn. I've been maybe Joan, so I've had all these identities. So when she did find out who I was, it was someone that she never suspected. But I never went in there and hard trolled her. Right. I never went in there and said nasty things to her. And in Discord, when we talked about things, it was as a group and, even supporting that, yeah, we understand where this comes from. Because even like with Sweet Wheat, she carried a lot of guilt over some of this stuff. And she actually thought that she had involved Analyzer's child. And I told her, no, Analyzer involved her child way back when. And that's where she comes in lately, saying.
Well, exactly. She brought her own child into this. And here's the thing about that. I don't agree with the children ever being brought into anything on here. Ever. Like, But if you bring your own child onto a platform and display them, things are going to happen on here. You don't know what weirdos are on here.
Right. And she even took and told about Sweet Wheat's daughter, a very sensitive subject. And she did that in a live chat with 800 people. And then she tries to tell everybody that wasn't her, it was an evil clone. Now, how would the clone know this information? Because it was private information in a conversation that Sweet Wheat had with Analyzer.
Evelyn says,
Yes.
wait, Chubb. She said she blamed you because you're one of the OGs. She said that?
Yep.
Wow.
So she said I couldn't let go. I couldn't move on. And, you know, I don't have to explain to her why I was unhappy with what happened. You know, and like I said, I sit back and watch, hoping that maybe she wasn't that bad of a person. We
Right.
sit there with our mouths hanging like, how in the, you know, excuse my language, I'll say, heck, did we come across someone like this? And then we actually trusted somebody with some of our private information. And she would do that with people. Well, tell me about how you handle your agoraphobic. Tell me how you handle your post-traumatic stress disorder. Tell me how you handle your illness. And then a lot of us actually thought she was a pharmacist. And that turns out she wasn't. She was just a cashier at the pharmacy. So,
Oh, really?
yeah. And see, she never admits that. She never comes out and says, you know what, I lied to a lot of you guys and I'm sorry about that. And that's when I tell her, you don't own up to it. You only own up to part of it. You know, she led to a lot of us, and there was over 1,500 people in this chat with the Chris Watts things. And we all got to know everybody.
Evelyn says, I wonder if that was why she targeted me. I can't figure out why she targeted me.
And she targeted you because she has shared some of her private information with you. And she doesn't want you to question that maybe the information she shared with you wasn't correct. She did the same with Spoofer, like with the Kevin story. The same with Sweet Wheat. Sweet Wheat had even offered to raise the baby at one time. And so when she was in the hospitals, when she found out that Analyzer was never pregnant, and there was another person on that phone call. And this is Sweet Wheat's story. And at some time, I do think Sweet Wheat needs to tell it, because Sweet Wheat is one of the people that really hung in thick and thin, was trying to be a best friend, was trying to be supportive. There was even one night when she came into chat and she was shaking so bad, and she almost got in a car accident because she was getting texts from Lisa, come into chat, I'm being bullied. And when she got there, nobody was bullying her. But Lisa would make comments, well, everybody's going to understand this. I'm going to tell my story when this is all over. Everybody will understand why I did all the things that I did. You know, none of us.
Does anybody understand? I don't think anybody understands.
And none of us do, but none of us really expects an explanation at this time, because the lie has grown so big. You know, and Sweet Wheat did call her out about, she was trying to help her get a job and help her with a resume. And that's how it came out that she was never actually a licensed pharmacist.
Oh my goodness. Evelyn says, so she's discrediting me. I really believe that she only pretended to care for me to keep Jeff around.
Well, her interest right now is in trying to get Jeff to believe that Evelyn's a burden and he needs to step away and come back and participate in her chats, because Jeff did participate on a regular basis. Jeff did defend her.
Do you know how pathetic that sounds?
It does. Can you imagine us people in Discord actually had a conversation with Jeff? And we do believe that Jeff allowed everybody else to hear that conversation, which we don't have a problem with. But the only reason we did this was because we didn't want to be the condescending tones to be used that was being used on the public live. We wanted to answer his questions, and all his questions basically revolved around Pandora, you know, and that's when we were called the church ladies, the golden girls, you know, and like we ain't got anything better to do. So it's gone really far out of balance.
Yeah, she does like 5 6 live streams every day. So
Right. I even watched when she was accusing Sarah. Excuse me, underneath the dome. Please, I'm sorry. I'm just thinking when I'm going through my head where she actually claimed that she was not Joan of Arc and she needed to come clean with it and she needed to mic up. You know, you need to panel up. If you don't panel up, you're not credible. That's not right. And, you know, she even tried to tell her, I'm not this person. Kim was in the chat. They did the same thing to Kim. They even told Kim that she was lying about her skin color. So this is what happens when anybody tries to tell her that this stuff is going on.
wow.
Pandora is spending a lot of time and energy trying to convince Jeff that I'm a problem. Well, what she's trying to do, Evelyn, and I'm going to hope that Jeff can see this, she never wants anybody to abandon her. She does have issues about people abandoning her. And I'm sure it does hurt. But a lot of times she's her own worst enemy. And people probably wouldn't abandon her if she quit pitting people against each other. And Evelyn, you know this, and I'm not holding this against you, but there was even at one time when you came strongly at me. And you were under the understanding that you knew some things until I finally commented under you, correcting you about the information you thought you knew. And I had to do that because you were questioning my sanity, and I didn't think that was very cool, but you were doing it based off of information that I'm going to assume that you were given, because Analyzer likes to say I'm a very sick woman, that I have some mental problems. So
Evelyn says, Chubbs, no, Jeff did not allow other people to listen in on the call. I have not heard it.
Okay, I'm going to believe you, Evelyn. You know, like I said, I don't know. I assumed, and we all assume. But, you know, we did talk to him at that time about how we felt about stuff, and we weren't defending ourselves. We were quiet for a long time. We said nothing. No videos were made. Nothing was happening. And Lisa's story kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's when some of us finally had to say, this is enough. Stop it.
Right.
And so we decided to start speaking out. And we even went on a live with Angie. We could have brought screenshots, but we decided that we needed to stand on how we felt about it. And that's
I want to say something to Evelyn. As Evelyn, her pattern is to break up friendships. If you're too chummy with someone that she's friends with, she's going to get you against each other. She did it to Gary, Angie, and Jeff. She tried to do it with Mia Miller. She still tries to tell him that I'm a horrible person and that I'm in his ear and controlling him when I don't. She likes to break up friendships and then take someone from that friendship. And I mean, it seemed like she was even trying to pit you and LB against each other. Like, what was going on behind the scenes? With messages, like, go back and look and see what she was saying about LB to you. Is that why you guys were fighting? Because she was doing that also? That's what she does. She pits people against each other and breaks up friendships. She doesn't want anyone to be friends. She wants people to be friends with her and not talk to other people.
Well, I'll tell you what surprised me was the whole friendship between her and Richard. Like, I'm thinking to myself, what is going on with that? Like, he was friends with Angie, then all of a sudden now he's like kissing her ass.
I really don't
You
understand
don't just
that.
like turn on your friend like that. Like,
well, he says he was never friends with Angie, but that's not the way it seemed in chat. And like I say, there's a lot of the conversation that is not being shown because he basically didn't always have good things to say about Analyzer. And, you know, granted, he wasn't around at that time, but it really surprised a lot of us that, you know, he took the screenshots and then the other ones that were going at it. I even decided to end a friendship with someone because I did not agree with what was being said. And I could not explain enough to that person where I stood from. and I didn't think it was right. I do think, Evelyn, that she did pit you guys against each other. She does that with a lot of people.
Which Sarah is that we're talking about?
Under the Dome.
Okay.
Under the Dome changed her name. It used to be Sarah.
Okay. See, I don't know a lot of the characters, actors in this scenario. Like, I'm learning a lot today. I learned some stuff last night. I just barely, like I saw what I saw in Angie's stream, and I'm thinking, this is messed up. And she's messed up,
Yeah.
So it doesn't take Einstein to figure out that what she's doing is messed up.
And see, I did yell at Richard at one time. And the reason I did that, and Spoof can verify this, back in February, another one of the Discord members was losing a senior dog. And so we all was talking about our pets. And that's when I did post about my dog and that he was a service dog. So when Lisa came up on panel, and when she, because I asked her, how could you allow Richard up there using my name and my dog, knowing that my dog had just passed away from cancer? And I was trying to find a way that I could put it out on my other channel, because Bandit had a lot of people that followed and adored him. And so this kind of got put out before I was ready. And Spoof, everybody in Discord was there for me. He had a bad morning. I took him to the emergency room. That's when I found out he was in end-stage cancer, and he showed no signs of it, but the deterioration was going to be rapid. And so I had to let him go before I was ready. And that tore me up, because he's a service dog. He serves a medical purpose. He allows me to live my life as normally as possible.
Right.
So everybody in Discord was there and supported me. So for that to leak out, and for Lisa to take that information and use it against me, and especially being my dog died of cancer, it proved how heartless she was, and nothing had changed. And I actually thought it was funny, because she was telling me, oh, Simple Me and Bandit's backstage, should we let him up? And then Richard comes up with this really slurred speech. And I have a hearing disability, so my words at times, Spoof will tell you, my words can be rather distorted based on allergy or what have you. And I really thought, what a piece of shit Richard was at that time.
Oh, both of them.
Exactly. Yeah. And then for her to say that she put him up to it and he went with it, that was why I called him the F word, and I did tell him he had a small mind, because he's always claimed that nobody could lead him anywhere.
Well, he chalks it up to being like having his sense of humor. Well, a lot of people are offended by that sense of humor, and we're have the right to feel the way we feel on here. There's some things that you just are just not funny. Let's put it that way.
Right.
And if you have any kind of a heart, and you've hurt somebody, which, I know you were hurting about your dog.
Yeah.
You would apologize, or at least feel bad about it, unless you don't have any empathy.
Yeah. Well, then I was being called a widow. They don't understand that when you have a service dog, that is like an extension of who you are. They recognize things before you actually end up in the emergency room or in medical trouble. And to train them, it's a nonstop, ongoing process. And I had to rapidly try to put my life together, and what was I going to do? Because usually you have time to do these things, and I didn't have that time to do it. So they took a very private part of my life and made fun of it. And for someone who claims that they understood, with Analyzer about medical and the pharmacy, that kind of told me she has no heart, and anybody is fair game for anything she has. And Evelyn, I can only imagine what you guys were told based on some of the things that was said. And that's where I kind of go into Jeff's chat now and say, well, do I dare say anything? I'm trying not to hold any grudges against anybody, because I have to look at the source. And so once again, because she was angry, she decides to lash out. And this shows where her maturity level is.
I don't understand how these people don't see it.
I don't see how they don't question it, because anybody
Exactly.
who knows that, especially on these circumstances, would sit there and say, how heartless can you be? And we've even at some point have had an individual in her group, while they've been intoxicated, to even suggest that they might want to hunt us down and punch us in the face.
Whoa.
And she laughed about it. She thought that was funny.
Oh, I know. I heard her laugh about like inappropriate things. There's something wrong with that woman. There really is.
Yeah. So we sit there and it's like, well, and this is where she doesn't understand. All we can see that changes are the names, and that's it. And there is nothing that she will never go is too low.
Evelyn, yeah, maybe she did have a lot of people that cared for her, but she also has a lot of people that aren't going to forget what she's done to this community. So, and there's that.
Well, anytime somebody gets too close, it was like with Bonnie. Bonnie was very supportive, talked to her every day. I was in Cece's coffees and chat that morning, and she comes in and she was very distraught, and she says, Analyzer's dead. She says, I got a text from her mother. She's been murdered. They found a pillow over her head. And Cece's chat came to a stop. Well, later, Lisa was laughing about it. And she says, well, I did that because I didn't know how to tell her that she was getting too close. And she was telling me that she loved me, and it made me feel uncomfortable.
Wow.
So,
oh my God.
What person takes and pretends? And see, this is something Lisa continues to do. She pretends to be somebody else. I never knew about spoof Google numbers. I've talked to Spoof about this, I was naive even on the community pages, like I told you, but the spoof numbers, to find out when all this came out, that she could use different numbers and gave different numbers to people so that they could contact her. And
Right.
So when all this other stuff starts coming out, she keeps pretending to be people. She keeps pretending to have these life things. With Kevin, she pretended that she had a miscarriage. She had to be rushed to the hospital. They had to do a D&C in the middle of the night, and she was in ICU unit for 1 week in the midst of a pandemic.
Jesus.
And the pregnancy is anywhere from 2 weeks to 10 weeks, depending on who you talk to.
So this was all for attention.
Pretty much. And see, she has the qualities to be a good person. She has the abilities to be a good person. And when I say that, she doesn't see that I'm saying that. I see that in you, but you proceed to do these things. And that's the part that I don't understand.
You might see that. A lot of other people don't see that. They see her as something else.
Look, that's why I say she chooses not to.
She's not a good friend. I guess she wasn't. She threw you under the bus.
I was never really quite
self-centered.
All I did was ever send her positive quotes. And I saw in a recent video, which I totally forgot, she at one time did have a Discord back in the Chris Watts days. So when she sits there and says, well, I would never be part of a Discord, we'll go back and look through the list. There's actually a Discord, and she put up one of my postings that I sent her, because it's like, you can do this. You have to believe in yourself, So a lot of us did try, to support her. We enjoyed the Chris Watts chats, and then all of a sudden they started becoming more. There was Hussy nights, and I didn't even know, I wasn't around for that one, so I kind of missed that one. But it was a live that she didn't keep. And that's back when a lot of people started questioning, but this was after she said she had cancer. And she was crying, she didn't know she was going to make it till past Thanksgiving. She didn't know what was going to happen in Christmas. And her husband was never around for any of these, if you remember. He was always at work. Well, she even went at one time trying to say he forced her to do all this. So it's never ending. There's always a reason.
It's always someone else's fault with her.
Right.
See, had she been more humble and maybe, I don't know. Had she been more humble, maybe she would be accepted more, but she's not humble. She just wants to continue to make people's lives miserable. And that for that, like, I don't want anything to do with her.
I've kind of gotten bored with watching because, like you said, the realization has set in that this is never going to happen, no matter what. And just talking with the different people and people reminding me, because there's a lot that you forget over time, and I try to be optimistic. I try to be positive, Sweet Wheat. She takes no responsibility for her own words and actions. And she's right on that. Like I say, she has her own story. And at some point, I do think that she needs to do it.
And she wants to drag me for flirting in her chat.
But Lisa does the same thing. She flirts. You can tell she has a different tone. She has a giggle. When you sit there and look at the psychological aspect point and you're looking at somebody's character and how they change, that's what you're looking at.
She flirts with Groiper on her panel. That's what it sounds like to me when she's talking to him.
See, a lot of us would say that.
Like, it's sickening.
It is. And see, as women, we would see that.
And he's a married man. Like, wow, lady.
Yeah. So it's just something that she never holds herself accountable for what she holds everybody else accountable for.
Yep. You're right. You're absolutely right.
And so she hears this loud and clear. I've kind of quit watching you. There's little clips or conversations that are brought up, and my mind is still blown away that even now it doesn't stop. It doesn't change. And she's actually enjoying the attention that she's getting and watching all these people around her. And last night, Groper even admitted YouTube is for entertainment purposes only. He has YouTube friends. How much clearer does that have to be? That does not mean, Analyzer, you're a real life friend. He considers you as entertainment. He enjoys the entertainment that gets it. And he even said he will say or do whatever for entertainment purposes.
Right.
So when he admits that, you have to look at that. And that's something I've always kind of been adamant about from the beginning. Listen to what he says. And when he says he's only there to try to help, you have to ask, what is he trying to help with? It's not actually to help anybody out of a situation. It's to help entertain himself.
Mm-hmm.
And if that was any different, then he wouldn't sit there and that giggle at the end of things kind of gives him away of the sarcasm that he will go to and that he will enjoy.
Oh, that's what he said too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's my sense of humor.
Yes. And people
but people get offended by it.
And
I'm
people,
offended by it.
Yeah, people don't joke about racism, not in today's times, not everything that's happened this last year.
No, it's and I mean, he's just like, it seems like he just wants to offend people just to offend them. And, it doesn't make any sense to me. And then her sitting there laughing about it. Like, to me, anybody that was, someone is OG when they call her Lisa.
Right, because that's how we knew her back in the day. And then she goes, when she had involved her son and had him read that note that Lisa was her first name, but she goes by Michelle.
Uh-huh.
And, and then recently, in the last 6 months or so, she's actually told people, well, this is an online persona, Pandora. So if I put Pandora up there in this box with everything coming out, I'm mad. And if you're a friend, you can call me Lisa. If you're a YouTube person, you can call me Michelle. And right before she came on panel, she goes, I don't care what anybody calls me, if it's Lisa, Michelle, or what have you. And then she's sitting there saying, well, she needs to stop doxing me. She needs to quit saying my first name. I'm not doxing her. This is information she's put on YouTube. So I'm not doxing. Doxing means that I went and obtained this information from outside of YouTube.
Right.
Yeah, Evelyn, I'm really sorry. I do have a video up on you guys, and I am sorry. The only reason that I did that was
because I was really floored when Antonio Collins came in, and everybody knew that he had a girlfriend because he said that. So what I was focusing on was that, you know, something that Lisa should have put a stop to wasn't even off boundaries. And it's almost like she was preoccupied when all this stuff was going on and only participated some of the time in the chat, and that Jeff participated more. So, you know, and
Do you
when
think she'll stop, though? Do you think she'll ever stop, or she's just going to find new victims?
she's going to find new victims. I mean, Howie's been around for a long time. There's been a recent fallout. He's not around as much. Evelyn and Jeff were back in August. Spoof was back in August. Sweet Wheat goes back to actually 2019, and this was right after Bonnie.
She recycles her friends if she can get away with it.
Right.
She keeps trying to get back with Sweet Wheat, but Sweet Wheat's not having it. She got Dee Dee back. Right now she's working on Jeff.
Yeah. I mean, the things that they were saying about her was horrible.
Well, and see, Dee Dee says it's the Christian thing to do. So Lisa pretends to be a Christian when it's convenient for her and to be acceptable in Dee Dee's eyes. But Dee Dee doesn't see that. You know, Dee Dee calls her out on her behavior, and Lisa will kind of set back. You know, even Kevin knew about Dee Dee because he said that she would sit there and just watch her for hours and talking about it, that he was just blown away how she was obsessed with this woman on YouTube. So, you know, there is that obsession. And, you know, Dee Dee is Dee Dee. Everybody knows that Dee Dee is Dee Dee, but she always says, I'm not going to go back. And this has happened 4 or 5 times between them, so we can set the clock that here in 6 months there will be some kind of fallout again between the two of them, and then Lisa will once again be dragging Dee Dee. And I probably will be yelled at and screamed at for calling her by her first name. I don't mean any offense by it, but she will make it sound like it should be a nasty. I've made her name nasty. She even said that I make her feel dirty and she has to go take a shower. And it was like, are you kidding me? You know,
Evelyn.
Wow.
Then she claims we're all following her around. If I comment under one of these other channels' videos, she comments underneath me. And then she tells, and I tell her she's nothing but a pathological liar. And she goes, you don't get to call me that. So I kind of fly the birdie at her after that. But, you know, with Not Joan of Arc, I do need her to understand. We were never friends. We were only acquaintances. We were never on a team. Please stop saying that there was this team between me, Pandora Box Opening, Pandora's Bullies, Spoofer, Sweet Wheat, KLC. There was no team. So where this team idea comes up, I don't know. We're not friends anymore. I don't think we were ever friends. I thought we were acquaintances as creators. But that's it. If you want to be her buddy and do her things the way that you want and to put out there racist things, then do so. But make sure that you put the whole conversation out there, not just a bit of a pieces, because it makes you look foolish as a creator that you're trying to sell their story.
Yeah.
Evelyn, I don't know how she does it, but she does get into your head and really makes you question yourself.
That's narcissism.
Look at what she did. Look what she did to Gary.
See, I don't know who Gary is.
Evelyn,
I don't know.
You're probably strong-minded, but she just figured out how to break that in you. It's like she figures out your weakness and she plays it against you when she's mad at you. It's what she does to me. I was mentally not well for a few months because of what she did to me. I would just wake up and cry.
She sits up on her panel giggling. Like,
yeah.
And now Gary,
the more that she can hurt somebody, the more that she gets a pleasure out of it.
Like, she knows what your weakness is, and that's what she's going to go after to mentally break you and make you react. Like, she wants you to react so that she can accuse you of being the bully and being crazy and psycho. But really, she's getting into your head and playing these games, and she makes you crack. She makes you crack mentally. I'm not the only person she's done it to.
Well, Evelyn, don't question the decency of people. Be who you are. Do not let her rob you of that quality. That's something that you got to remember. This is something that she's going to enjoy if she knows that she's changed your life so much that you don't hold the good qualities about who you are. That is one thing that I can actually tell anybody and everybody. Don't let her rob the good qualities that you as a person hold because she's abused and misused you. Not everybody in the world is going to do that. Not everybody in the world is going to see you in that light.
Look how she treated poor Glow. I don't know who that is.
Glow Be Pretty, she's an older woman, and she actually had the senior services come out and do a wellness check on her because someone felt that Analyzer was abusing her. She would do the StreamYards. She would shut down her channel, but she left Glow up there sleeping, and Glow didn't know that she was left on a live stream, and her laptop would be open and showing her sleeping, and that wasn't that's something you don't do to anybody. And she thought it was funny.
Oh my God. She is, oh God, she's evil.
Yeah. Glow
She's
is moved on.
evil.
Glow has moved on. Glow was one of the originals. She was Gloria back in the chat of the day, you know, and she even came to try to defend her, even with Sweet Wheat, you know, and even with Gravy K, because everybody that knows Gravy K is a very strong-minded woman. She has a strong opinion. She's a respected person. So
Right.
these are people that I think Lisa enjoys taking and recycling them and using them the way that it serves her purpose. Once they don't serve a purpose anymore, or they challenge her and say, no, I don't want to do this, then it's all out war. You've been made a target, and she's going to go after you full hearted. You know, she's done it. She's done it to a lot of people, and she's never, ever responsible in any shape, form, or fashion.
That's what I mean. She always plays the victim.
Yeah.
She's always the victim. You got to wonder about that.
Right. Like when she says the cancer days, she lied about that, but she turns herself into a victim, saying nobody knows what was going on behind the scenes. Nobody knows what she was dealing with. She did all these things hoping that she would get arrested and get taken out of the home. So that is one of the things that you have to wonder. Why can't you just say that you did this and not add this extra thing to make you look like a victim? Chubbs, one of the things I had the greatest guilt about was not understanding what Gary was trying to say. I care very much about him. Gary's not part of YouTube anymore, and I think it's probably best that we don't use Gary as any kind of a content at all, or context at all. Do you not agree with me, Spoofer? Is that okay with you, Evelyn? Because he was really drugged pretty hard, and I really try to refrain from making.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I'm so glad he's staying. I can't tell you how happy I am that Gary's staying off YouTube. He's only contacting me once a week to check in and let me know he's okay, because he doesn't want to get tempted to ask me YouTube questions and get drawn back in. That's how bad it affected him.
And he's got a real life situation that he's having to deal with. So, you know, anybody who cares about Gary, all I can say is take and hold him close in your heart and say prayers for him. And that's probably about the best right now, because I'm not even hearing anything from him. So I just know that he is really struggling with everything that's going on. And that's all I can say about it.
He messages me once a week and lets me know he's okay, because I always message him and tell him that I'm worrying about him. And I bug him until he responds. No, I don't bug him. I message him a few times a week until he responds. Please let me know you're okay.
And Evelyn, I didn't mean for that to be. I hope I didn't hurt you or insinuate anything different. I know you care greatly about Gary. I do know the backstory there, so please, I did not mean to be offensive to you in any manner at all. So I want you to know that. I do bug spoof at times. Have you heard anything? Have you heard anything? So
Yeah.
Well, ladies, I want to thank you guys for coming up. I think I'm going to close down. I've heard a lot of stuff today that's really got me thinking and made me really sad, actually,
it is.
for what all of you who have been victims have gone through. And I feel bad for you guys. I really do. My heart goes out to anybody that has suffered at her hands. And like I said, I don't know everything. I'm learning, but she's one person I think I'm speaking for myself now, need to stay away from. Like I just.
Yeah, well, thank you for allowing us to come up and discuss
Oh, no
it.
problem. You guys can come up anytime. So
Yes.
I'll give you, whenever you want to come up.
Well, hopefully we can come up and talk about something
Yeah.
other than her in the
Yeah,
future.
let's do that, because I
Yeah.
really like you ladies. And I tried to make it clear last night, and I know Chubby Cheeks, you were not comfortable with being on my panel with Richard. And I hope I held my own, and I did not want to offend anybody. And I wasn't going to allow him to trash anybody in my panel, that was on my panel. So I hope I did you guys all right.
Yeah, you did fine.
Yes, I appreciate it so much, and thank you, Carla.
Anytime. And if you could do me a favor, Chubby Cheeks, if you could post your channel, I'll make you a moderator for a minute, and then you could post your channel for me
Okay, let me go over and grab a link.
so I can sub to you. I just made you a moderator.
Okay, let me.
Because I've been like researching it. I've been watching a lot of stuff and trying to figure out what's going on with all this before. I don't want to put my foot in my mouth and say something that I know nothing about, because a lot of the players in this, I really don't know that well. Evelyn, Carla, thank you for giving us a safe place to process all of this. Anytime, Evelyn. And if you ever want to come up, you're welcome to too as well. Thank you.
And Evelyn, please don't think that you made the chat heavy or anything. We all can only sympathize and know that you are really struggling. So please know that I'm rooting for you.
Yeah. Yeah, and we all know what it feels like to be where you're at right now, which is why we aren't like we're reaching out to you to help you. And it's not that we're trying to get you to join some vigilante group, which is
Yeah,
what
exactly. This is not a hate train. This is
Yeah.
just me trying to find out. Like, I really liked Angie, and I really was trying to figure out the whole scenario of what was going on, because I would go in there and I didn't know the players. So I was really trying to get like an understanding of everything. I mean,
Yeah.
my own opinions about Analyzer because of, what she did years ago.
Yeah, we're not trying to get anybody to join any kind of hate
No.
train or anti-analyzer vigilante group. We want to be here for Evelyn and comfort her and try to help her with what she's dealing with, because she's the most recent victim.
Yeah.
I would,
Yeah.
and I would like to give, and Kansas City Lights is also
Yeah.
someone that I've known for a couple of years, and I've never had a problem with him. So I just want you guys to know that you're welcome in here anytime. And if you have anything that you need to get off your chest or you want to talk about, you're welcome up on my panel. And I just don't want to see any more victims at her hands.
Right. And everybody remember, you've got something beautiful and wonderful about you, and don't ever let anybody take that away from anyone.
Exactly. And don't let anybody make you feel less than. This fat shaming and all this stuff is just terrible. And I don't want, I don't want anybody to feel badly about themselves, their body. I mean, come on, we're all different. We're all women. We should be building each other up, not pulling each other down, not trying to, pit friends against friends. That's just terrible.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry you guys have been victimized. And I'm sorry, Evelyn, you've been victimized. I'm sorry, Kansas City Lights has been victimized. But there seems to be a pattern here going on.
Yeah. Definitely. Well, thanks for having us up. I'm going to step down so you can end your stream.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you both for coming up. I appreciate that so much.
Bye.
Okay. Bye, hon.
Thank you too from me too. And I'm going to step down and let you end your stream also.
Okay. You have a great day. Great rest of your day.
Okay.
And just know you're welcome here anytime.
Oh, thank you, Carla. I appreciate that.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Have a great day. Bye. And you guys all have a great day. And I hope you all understand that we don't need to tear each other down. But I mean, there's some people that I have needed to step away from on here. And it just so happens that Analyzer has been one of those people. So you guys take care. Have a great day. And I love you all for coming in and supporting me. And I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye.